I couldn't become the hero and obtain the legendary Pokémon myself. So I found someone for that purpose. A warped boy who knew nothing but Pokémon. It's time. The world will be mine.
Pokémon Black and White released on September 18th, 2010. They were the 5th generation of mainline Pokémon games and explored a place called the Unova region.
The plot was par for the course as far as a Pokémon game goes. Travel around the region, catching Pokémon and earning gym badges while the professor bangs your mother. The bad guys in this generation were known as Team Plasma, unique because their goal was ideological. Look at them in comparison to teams from previous generations. Team Rocket, the very first Pokémon villains ever, were a bog-standard criminal organization. These guys were so Mafia-inspired that their leader was named Giovanni.
You racist little shit!
Team Magma and Aqua wanted to raise the land and sea levels, respectively. Team Galactic wanted to rip apart the fabric of space and time and create a whole new dimension, a whole new universe. All of these things are tangible. Team Plasma presented a question. Are humans good for Pokemon? They didn't just believe that the answer was no, they pushed forward the idea of Pokemon liberation. People would release their Pokemon, thereby liberating them, freeing them from the shackles of humanity. And at the center of it all, a boy in a castle. This is Natural Harmonia Gropius, or, as we all know him, N. The most ethereal, confused, and broken twink this series has produced since Wall-E. And today, we're gonna talk all about him. Let's get into it. N's character is designed to make you ask questions. Where does he come from? What does he think? How does he look that good all the time? Maybe it's CoverGirl? And really, that all boils down to one question. Who is N? Well, as I said, his full name is Natural Harmonia Gropius, which sounds more Final Fantasy than Pokemon, but here he is. He's like money in your pocket. I don't know where it came from, but I like him. I'm not arguing with it. I just want to know more about where it came from. And a small note before we depart from the topic of N's name. N in mathematics is used to represent natural numbers. And it's a subtle nod to N's belief in universal truth, ideals, and equations. Adopted by Getsis, the leader of Team Plasma and the real main villain of Pokémon Black and White, N was raised in total isolation within the imposing walls of the castle. And his only friends were Pokémon that had been abandoned or abused. Imagine growing up in a world where every window shows you pain, and every lesson is just a reminder that humans are the cause of it. N didn't grow up seeing Pokemon battles as harmless fun or bonding. He saw them as a gross spectacle. This alienation aspect of N allows us to draw parallels between him and characters in pieces of classic literature. I mean, N's practically Frankenstein's creature, raised and taught by a father that only used him, and sent out into the world believing that he's doing good. Society misunderstands him, but he doesn't lash out at them. He grieves for it. He's confused by his own existence. N's even a little bit like Hamlet, you know, young man bound by the expectations of his father, torn in this state between action and paralysis. When N challenges the player, he's trying to use it as a means to reconcile the world as it is with the world that he wants. Truth versus ideals. Sanity versus vengeance.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well. Even though this isn't a human skull, it's a Pokemon skull, and also how the fuck did Team Plasma think that this was Reshiram or Zekrom? I mean, look at it, it's obviously a Dragonite, it's got a fucking horn, you idiots!
Taking all of this, as well as the circumstances of N's upbringing into consideration, you can imagine why he believes he's doing the right thing. N believes Pokemon need to be liberated from humans, so that they don't have to suffer anymore. It's a rosy, idealistic view of the world that could only come from having lived in total isolation. That isolation is even communicated in how he dresses. His long, fluffy, boyish hair. His white shirt could be considered a clean slate, or, white for truth or ideals. Or, looking even further, looking at the black and white aspects of his outfit and the accents, you could draw yin-yang symbolism. And his accessories are all very telling. First, let's talk about the Void Cube. It's probably the most recognizable aspect of N's character. It's the physical representation of a mathematical concept that N has had with him since he was a kid. It's an existential puzzle, much like N himself. And then his orb necklace. This isn't an exact duplicate. This is something that I've had for a long time. His real necklace is a globe being held together by two angular lines, binding the world through geometry, making sense of a cold, dark world through rationality. Equations. This is another great representation of the spirit of N. And then his 3 golden bangles. You could take these a lot of ways, but my personal interpretation of them is they're shackles. They mark N as someone owned, someone bound. It also ties into the concept of ownership with Team Plasma. Looking back, Team Plasma were a very bold inclusion by Game Freak. This is a whole team whose ethos goes against the entire core concept of the games, and their poster boy is some happy power of friendship guy. That'd be like if Make-A-Wish did a campaign called Fuck Them Kids and then got Tony the Tiger to be the mascot. N isn't intrinsically evil, he's just someone who believes very strongly in what he was taught. N has ambiguity. I mean, if you mix black and white, you get gray. Look, his pants are even gray, dude. N exists in a moral gray area, and that is something that makes him so intriguing to fans. And speaking of fans, let's talk about the fan reaction to N. So, naturally, I'm so funny. A character like N is gonna have a lot of fans. Pokemon gave us a green twink with a tragic backstory, and the fans said, woo! I mean, to an extent, N is a classic Tumblr sexy man. He's got the messy hair and the tragic childhood, and he speaks all cryptic. Jesus, someone tell this guy he's late for his cameo in the Raven cycle. Made 3 literary references in the same video. In big 2025. Oh yeah, that's gonna get him. That's gonna get me views and women, for sure. Fuck me. N is one of, if not the most, theorized about and reinterpreted characters in all of Pokemon. A lot of fans, especially neurodivergent ones, have come to see themselves in N. He's socially offbeat, he's really literal, he forms emotional bonds to things that other people might just view as tools or objects. Fun fact about N, he speaks at a text speed entirely unique to him. Even if you have your game set at the fastest text speed, he will still speak at a rate completely unique to him. What I'm getting at is, in a franchise that rarely gives us complex characters, it's nice to have one that people can find themselves in. Some fans view N as manipulative. I mean, he does kind of ask mid-battle, hey, have you ever thought that maybe you're the problem? And also, he never paid me back for that Ferris wheel ride. What the f***? Others argue that N is just naive. I mean, he never really chose this life, and was taken as a kid and raised by a guy who looks like Woody Harrelson went shopping at the Heaven's Gate closeout sale, and who never shied away from calling N a freak.
You're nothing more than a tool, both you and Pokemon. Don't talk like a person, you freak. No real person can talk to a Pokemon.
A warped boy who knew nothing but Pokémon.
But here's the thing, just because N was manipulated doesn't mean his feelings aren't real. He could have seen all of that abuse and turned cold and cynical, but he didn't. He chose compassion. You could even look at that as a queer allegory, surviving a toxic, oppressive system with empathy still intact. N could have been Cyrus. He could have gone full nihilist, but he didn't. And a lot of people miss that because we're stuck in this weird era of the culture where nuance is dying. Everyone wants their villains totally evil or totally soft. In a world where everything is so black and white, N exists in the gray area. N isn't the answer. N is the question, the equation. Solve for N.
That's why you began your quest to rescue all those Pokémon from Team Plasma.
I wanted to save my friends.
Here's the tragedy. At the end of Black and White, N realizes that he was wrong, or at the very least, that there's something missing. He sees that humans and Pokemon can bond, and that abuse is not inherent to partnership. And then, he leaves. vanishing like a myth. There's so much of this that hurts me because we've all been N. We've all been the kid in the castle thinking that if we just crunch the right numbers, or solve the right equation, that everything will be fixed. But the world doesn't work like that. The world isn't 2 + 2 = 4. The world is 2 + 2 = fish at this rate. The world isn't simple, and neither is growing up. But we've all got to do it. N is a metaphor for growing out of absolutes. N teaches us to find nuance, to find the gray area, in a world that doesn't offer a lot of clear answers. N is at the same time who we all wanted to be, and who we all had to stop being. And the fact that all of this can be gleaned from a character that is technically from a children's game is very impressive. Pokémon gave us a character who talks like a philosopher or a poet, and looks like a queer angel that's doomed to fall. N wanted peace to protect what he loved, to save the world. And maybe, at the same time, we were trying to save him. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and share the video around. Spread the word. I've had a lot of fun doing these types of videos, but I'm planning to make more horrible reviews if you don't know what those are. I talk about movies, TV shows, games, whatever. There's a big playlist. You can click the link in the top right corner of your video, or check the card at the end of this one. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a good rest of your day and an even better tomorrow. Leave comments about what you want to see, and I'll catch you in the next video of whatever I make. And until next time, I've been the Hotbox. Bye.
Hey, you know what they say? Go f yourself.
Hey, it's summer. When the heat rolls in, don't worry about paying dumb stuff like rent or your power bill to run the AC. Dehydrate and dihydrate with merch from the Hotbox store. This is a fuck up. It's printed on the back instead of the front, but the real ones come on the front, unless you want one with the back, and then I'll make one with the back. It's a well-known fact that white clothing refracts heat, meaning our clothing will keep you from dehydrating fast. You can stay alive longer, so you can look fresh longer. W. This is the Perception hoodie. It has a big box on the back, just like me. Get it? Because I have a fat ass. Have you ever been arrested? If the answer is no, you can't wear this shirt. Get out of here. This shirt has the lips of a woman on it. I don't know what those feel like, but my friends say they're cool. You can use the code at the bottom of your screen to pay less money, but why would you do that when I need it? Buying merch is the quickest and most direct way to support the channel, so if you want to be my sugar mama, this is how you start. The Hotbox merch store, YouTuber merch that won't get you bullied. Order now or I'll come to your house and force you to open an umbrella indoors. One, two, three. There we go. Oh man, you know it's crazy. When that guy wears it, he looks like a pretty boy. When I wear it, I just look like a baseball player. The plot was par for the course as far as a Pokemon game goes. Travel around the world. What? Dude, the ring light is giving me a headache. Ow. Can I turn this shit down, dog, to a non-blinding degree? Holy fuck, ow. Oh wow, that's just the lowest it goes. Cool, okay. No, that's fine. This is Natural Harmonia Gropius. What? Yeah, no, that's the right one. That's the right one, I had to make sure. God, it's his real name, and it makes me double take. God. The most ethereal, confused, broken twink that this series has ever... What? Hold on. Alright, this is Natural Harmonious Gropius video. And many great characters. Let's go. Let's go. Ow, my eyes. Ow, my fucking eyes. Let's start with the... Fuck. Let's start with the void key. Oh my god. I'm gonna do too many takes trying to do this. And then not get the line after. Let's talk about the void cube. Oh, so close. Let's talk about the void cube. Fuck. Come on, man. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be seeing that ring in my fucking eyes for the rest of the day. I swear. Ow. It fucking hurts, dude. Ow, my god. Holy shit. Okay. Holy fuck, I've been gripping this so hard for so long. I think I actually locked up my hand. Ow. Oh my god. Oh, ow, fuck, okay. N is one of, if not the most, theorized and reinterpreted. Fell into the rack at an what? Hold on. Oh my hand. Oh my god. Dude, it like locks up so hard. Like all the muscles from like the tip of my finger to my shoulder are just lit the fuck up right now. But I don't have anything else to do this with. But the world doesn't work like that. The world isn't 2 + 2. Well, hold on. This shirt has the lips of a woman on it. I don't know what those feel like, but my friends say they're cool. You can use the code at the bottom of your screen to pay less money, but why would you do that when I need it? I get what those hands can do to your mother. Oh my god, is there anything else that needs to be filmed for this fuck-ass bullshit? Nope, okay, I think we're good. Yay!